established in Ontario breed-specific legislation. However, I call it more appropriately the Breed-Specific Elimination Bill, as it passed a death sentence to a group of dogs that looked a certain way, the pit bull and its numerous varieties. Sadly, as I look around at each rally, there are fewer and fewer. The ones that make it are now hobbling with arthritis and their muzzles are turning white. That is if you can see their snouts through the physical muzzles that they are forced to endure like criminals. It reminds me of the old newsreels on Remembrance Day. With every year passing, there are fewer and fewer remaining, and with the sad realization that soon there will be no more. After the bill was passed, save your applause for after. After the bill was passed, I did what I could to help reverse the legislation. I thought that within time we could have a change in government that would listen to reason and rescind the breed ban. Unfortunately, it was not to pass, and I understand here talking to you, there is a distinct possibility that we could be facing another 4 more years of Dalton McGuinty. Most Ontarians would care less about the pit bull ban as there are more pressing concerns. People ask me why I became involved, intimating that I should be concerned with more humanitarian issues. Well, as a physician, I am caring for people on a daily basis, and no one need lecture me about humanitarian issues. However, I must seek and take action for those who cannot speak or defend themselves, but are dependent on the kindness of humans for their survival. Believe me, if a liberal wins the next election, will be the next hell for the American Staff Terrier, British Staff Terrier, American Pit Bull, and of course any dog that remotely resembles a pit bull. So what about Caledonia? And I won't mention them further because I'm sure you're aware of them. Perhaps you could hold your nose and vote Liberal thinking that most politicians go back on their pledges. So what else is new? The else is integrity, or lack of it.
This law is completely optional. I'm really tired of reading fluff pieces in media about how much people love their dogs in the same media outlets that wrote such horrendous editorials supporting McGuinty's pit bull ban back in 2004 and 2005. I mean, don't they realize that people who own short-haired dogs with whippy tails love their pets too?
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah. All bans are based on propaganda. Started by the animal rights, as they call themselves these days, they're really the animal liberation movement in the United Kingdom, spread through lazy media who don't bother to fact check, but just pull things off the wire and run them, but most of all used by unfit politicians such as Dalton McGuinty to deflect attention from his own failings and inadequacies. Dalton believes in inequality. He proves that time and time again. Caledonia, two-tiered justice system. He wanted to bring in Sharia law in Ontario, two-tiered justice system. Tax credit for hiring new Canadians, two-tiered system. The Samsung deal, two-tiered system, where Samsung's going to take over Ontario's power generation, and Ontario companies are going to be put to the back of the bus.
Community gets together. I just want to quickly mention that Peggy has put forward a private member's bill, C-232, to stiffen up the sentences against those who commit any form of animal cruelty. We've seen a lot of examples of the past few years of some heinous crimes happen in this province and in this country, and we certainly need to do something about it, and Peggy's stepping up to the plate.
Then ban them and score some major political points. When he announced the pit bull ban, Michael Bryant said, "Mark my words, Ontario will be safer." Now, we probably figured he was safe saying that, because Ontario doesn't track dog bites. But he didn't figure on the Toronto Humane Society.
Yeah!
We collected information from municipalities across the province. We spoke to LHINs and medical officers of health. We collected 4 years worth of data on dog bites. Do you know what it shows? Michael Bryant was wrong. The pit bull ban came into effect in 2005. 4 years later, the number of reported dog bites in the province hadn't changed.
They know as well as you know they can't prove what's a pit bull or not. You just heard that it's ridiculous. So they describe the animal, you know, short hair, broad shoulders, a short nose, certain stature. And I've said it many times, but I'll say it again. The bill would describe every male politician except for the long tail. We don't know about the long tail because they wear trousers. It describes Labrador Retrievers. It describes half of all the mixed breeds out there. And so really what it is a grudge bill. And it's been used as a grudge bill. Neighbor against neighbor, those who can't defend themselves, a Portuguese grandmother in Brampton, whoever can't defend themselves and doesn't have the money to hire a lawyer to defend themselves, they're the ones that are targeted. This is a terrible bill for that reason.
Responsible pet ownership, which in Calgary is achieved through 4 simple principles. Provide permanent ID and license, spay or neuter, provide training, physical care, socialization, and medical attention, and do not allow pets to become a threat or nuisance in the community. As Bill Bruce says, when you have a vicious dog, you can almost guarantee the owner's a jerk. The dog reflects the owner's behavior. That's why it's the owner's behavior that must be addressed. They have 24 animal control officers versus Toronto's 8. Just to remind everyone, we have 2.5 more people than Calgary. So to match Calgary, we should have 60, not 8. They shelter, feed, and provide medical care to lost and impounded cats and dogs. They manage an adoption program. They offer school programs at no charge. They have 4 qualified teachers who run curriculum-based interactive presentations.